Yo, YBH. Yo, YBH. Yo,
Okay, what's up YouTube? So we are back for our second Mental Health Monday. Shout out to everybody who joined my live on Instagram. I will be going live again. So y'all stay tuned. Every Monday I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna drop my IG right here. Okay, right here. So y'all can tap in every Monday. But the videos are also very useful. So take advantage of both resources, okay? The live is just more interactive. So let's talk about anxiety. So anxiety comes from when your amygdala, a part of your brain, senses trouble. So anxiety is when you get a feeling of worry, nervousness, or just overall start feeling uneasy. So what does anxiety look like? Anxiety can be heavy breathing, sweating, panic, trembling, shaking, trouble focusing, a lot of different things. It looks a lot of different ways. For me personally, I get really shaky and I lose breath very fast and I can't remember stuff. So it's kind of like a blackout situation for me. I'm not unaware of what's going on. But it can look different in everybody. Everybody's body is different. Everybody reacts differently to certain things, and everybody also has different triggers. And let's get into that. I wasn't supposed to get into that yet, but we're going to talk about it anyways because I said it. So, triggers can come from a lot of different things. It can come from physical or emotional abuse. It can come from neglect. It can come from any trauma from your past that you've felt. It can come from being socially excluded, so it makes it hard for you to be social or talk in front of big groups of people or just engage in conversation in general. It comes from caffeine, stress, indica. If you smoke weed, indica is definitely something that can affect your anxiety. So tap in with the sativa. Not sleeping can also trigger anxiety. Also not eating. But the main thing that is confusing for everybody is that anxiety can be triggered for no reason at all. And that is a hard pill to swallow. So, how to cope with anxiety? Me personally, I fidget a lot. On my first live, my sister had texted me. She was like, whatever you're messing with is very loud. I was so anxious and I was so nervous because, yes, I am doing this mental health Monday situation for you guys, but I'm also on this journey dealing with this stuff in real life. I relate to everything that I'm talking about. So it was very hard to get on live and do that because I didn't know what to expect. But fidgeting, music, meditation, breathing exercises. I've learned that breathing exercises have helped a lot, and there are a lot of apps out there for that as well. So research, look into some apps. I can also put some in here somewhere. But yeah, there are a lot of apps out there that are dedicated to mental health. Drinking water and staying active is also a contributor. So if you take care of yourself, your body will take care of you. Like I said, sativa over indica. Challenging yourself. If you know that you have big fears and things that trigger your anxiety, challenge yourself to overcome those and take those things head on. And I'm not talking just jump into it. Take small steps to work towards that. Like me, I was very socially awkward and I moved to a whole nother state where I didn't know anybody. I was scared to make friends, all kinds of stuff like that. And I challenged myself and I took it one day at a time. I used to sit in a caf at school by myself, and then like I progressed slowly and started talking to people, like whether it was complimenting somebody one day or just telling somebody my Instagram or saying, hey, like, do you want to be friends? Taking small steps versus just walking up to a big group of people, you know? Just take it small because you know what you can handle, and you also know that you can push your limits, you know? But it's better for you to push yourself than it is for anybody else, because when it is too much, you know when to step back. The main thing I can tell you guys is to be kind to yourself, okay? I told y'all in the last video, I keep saying it, be patient and be understanding with yourselves, but it starts within you, okay? Forget what anybody else has to say about what you got going on. You have to be kind to yourself, okay? Don't beat yourself up over the fact that you have anxiety or that you're feeling a certain type of way. Me personally, I went to take my SAT test. I needed it to get into college, but I did have my ACT to fall back on. However, I went to take this test and I got through 2 questions and had an anxiety attack. And so that was something that was very hard for me because I felt like I needed this test to get into the school that I wanted to go to. And so I kind of was like very ashamed of myself, but I shouldn't have been, because it could have been way worse, for one, and it was something that was out of my control. And instead of being mad at myself, I needed to be there for myself, if that makes sense. So I have a tip. It is called the 3-3-3 rule, and this is something that I have been learning / working on myself, and I've tested it out. It works. Okay, it works for me sometimes. But I haven't tried it when I've had a severe anxiety attack. But the 3-3-3 rule is being aware of 3 things that you hear, becoming aware of 3 things that you see, and moving / touching 3 things. So when you stimulate your senses, it kind of brings you back into reality. And it calms you because you're becoming more aware of what is going on around you. And when you're having an anxiety attack, like I said before, it's hard to be aware. So stimulating your senses is a big part of calming that anxiety, because your nerves get activated. You know, your other nerves are getting activated versus the one amygdala in your brain. Another thing, 3 tips, I guess. It's not a part of the 3-3-3 thing, but the first thing is calm your mind. So think of things that calm you, because only you know what brings you peace. You know, whether it's that vacation that you took with your boyfriend or whatever. Calm your mind. Correct your thinking. A lot of the times when we are anxious, it's because we're overthinking a lot of things. We're thinking that the worst thing is about to happen. Whether it's getting up in front of a group of people, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm about to embarrass myself. I'm going to stumble over my words, whatever. We're always assuming the worst, and that's what makes that anxiety build up. And the last thing is confront your fears, like I said before. So if you are in a situation like that where you have to get up and speak in front of a whole bunch of people, calm your mind. Think of something calm that reminds you of when you were happy, when you were at peace, when you were feeling good, you know, when you weren't overthinking. Correct your thinking. Change the way you feel about the situation. Change your approach and be optimistic. Then confront your fears. Go do what you're trying to do. So it all kind of reels in back together. But those are just a few things that I have been working on by myself. And a few people did ask me what helps calm my nerves personally. For me, it's always music. Music is the best thing for me. Another thing is just walking away from certain situations for a minute. Like, I have to go regroup a lot of times. Okay, I have to go regroup and like pull myself back together, take a few deep breaths, you know, and just become one with myself. But that's just something that I have to do. So yeah, I feel like this video was kind of short. I don't know for sure until I put it all together. But yeah, that is it for anxiety. And if y'all do ever feel like y'all want me to touch base on more things, just put it in the comments and I will make another video for you guys, or I will respond in respond to your comments, or y'all can join the live and we can talk about it. But yeah, so be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for next week's Mental Health Monday.